Welcome to our exploration of a fundamental question in calculus. When does an infinite sum of numbers add up to a single, finite value? This is the core idea behind the convergence of series. First, let's clarify what we mean by an infinite series. If you have a sequence, which is just an ordered list of numbers, a series is what you get when you attempt to add all of those numbers together. Since the list goes on forever, it's called an infinite series. We use the capital Greek letter sigma to denote this sum. This leads to a fascinating puzzle. How is it possible to add an infinite quantity of numbers and not get infinity as the answer? Think about walking halfway to a wall, then half of the remaining distance, and so on. You're always moving, but you never actually pass the wall. This hints that some infinite processes can have a finite boundary. To solve this puzzle, mathematicians developed a brilliant tool, the partial sum. Instead of trying to perform an infinite addition, we stop and calculate the sum after each term. The first partial sum, s sub 1, is just the first term. The second, s sub 2, is the sum of the first two terms, and so on. The nth partial sum is the sum of the first n terms. Let's look at the series, 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8, and so on. The first partial sum is 0.5. The second is 0.75. The third is 0.875. As we keep adding terms, the sum gets bigger, but by smaller and smaller amounts, appearing to close in on a specific value. These partial sums form a new sequence of their own, 1/2, 3/4, 7/8, 15/16, and so on. The most important question now becomes, is this new sequence of sums getting closer and closer to one particular number? Is it homing in on a target? And this brings us to the formal definition of convergence. An infinite series is said to converge if the limit of its sequence of partial sums exists and is a finite number. This number, which we call L, is defined as the sum of the entire infinite series. For our example, the partial sums are clearly approaching 1, so the series converges to 1. Now, what happens if the partial sums don't approach a finite limit? Consider the series 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and so on. The partial sums are 1, 3, 6, 10. They just keep getting larger without any bound. Since this sequence of sums goes to infinity, the series is said to diverge. Be careful, though. Consider the series 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/3 plus 1/4, and so on. This is the famous harmonic series. The terms we are adding are getting smaller and smaller, approaching 0. It seems like it should converge. However, it's been proven that the partial sums grow indefinitely. The harmonic series is a classic example of a series that diverges, even though its terms shrink to 0. So here is the central principle. To determine if an infinite series has a finite sum, we don't add forever. Instead, we analyze the behavior of its partial sums. If the sequence of partial sums has a finite limit, the series converges. If that limit doesn't exist or is infinite, the series diverges. To recap, a series converges when its partial sums approach a specific, finite value, which becomes the sum of the series. A series diverges if its partial sums grow to infinity, decrease to negative infinity, or oscillate without settling on a single value. Calculating the limit of partial sums for every series can be difficult or impossible. In future topics, you'll learn about various convergence tests, like the ratio test, integral test, and others, that provide powerful shortcuts to determine if a series converges or diverges without finding the limit directly.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.